are off. All right. Appreciate your patience. But Sunday night, once again, we are back. We are live in the man cave, says Polk. We call ourselves the number one source for Polk County high school basketball. So thank you all for rocking with us. We do not take it for granted. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to the All State PG, All State coach. What's going on with you fellas?
What's going on?
Hey man, not much. We just trying to make it. We blessed, highly favored, and happy to be here.
It's officially basketball season, fellas.
It is officially basketball season. As Mike Taylor used to say, officially. Well, before we get with basketball, I guess, for y'all jump in, we want to say, and I don't know if this is either one of y'all things, but we want to start off by saying congratulations to the Lakeland football dreadnoughts.
Of course, man.
Going back to back like Drake. Went to Leon County and represented us very well. Shout out to Coach Marvin Frazier.
Definitely.
Friend of the program. First year coming behind the GOAT. And all he did was win every game. Well, he didn't win every game, I'm sorry, but he won a state championship first year out the block. So
every game that counted. He won every game that counted.
Every game that counted.
I'm happy for him, man, because he faced a lot of criticism. I think it was some unwarranted criticism at that. You know what I'm saying? For him to, for one, they just got healthy at the right time, and they took care of business. So I'm glad he, went up there and won it, so he can get some of them people off his back.
Well, they probably riding him now. They ain't on his back no more. They probably de-riding.
Yeah, he picked up some new fans, that's for sure. But yeah, shout out to Coach.
He had some loyal fans too.
Yeah, he did. But it was
some couple people that stood in the paint like heavy with him, like be patient, give it time. I saw a lot of ladies that did that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That was like riding and one going nowhere, like, hey, we're gonna stick it out. You know what I'm saying? They played a schedule that was meant for them to play. They should play that type of schedule every year.
Every year, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? They should get away from that and then become a king, be a national powerhouse every year. You know what I'm saying? Not just when you want to be it, as the council would do. But I mean, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose. At the end of the year, you won state.
But I think it helped prepare them for this run, though.
Yeah, I do too.
You know what I'm saying? Playing a tough schedule help prepare you for things like this. So, hats off to him and his staff. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they'll reload and be competing for another one next year. I did hear this weekend that Polk may be going to Metro next year because of our influx of students.
Oh, I knew they was going to do that anyway.
So that's going to change some things.
They weren't going to let them dominate that class, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because now Lakeland is what they talked about, right?
Huh?
Lakeland is becoming what they talked about, why they want to separate in the first place, right? Because they just dominating what's left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll continue to dominate it because right now, like even in the city of Lakeland, every other school dealing with football, and Lakeland is a train wreck. So you basically gonna, kids gonna transfer over there. Now you got back to back. Why wouldn't you want to go over there? They're proving that they're gonna win and be in a position to be where they need to be at. So I couldn't see why you wouldn't want to go over there.
Yeah, from my understanding, they said Polk County got like an influx of like 13,000 kids in the last 2 years. And the word is right now they're going to move them over to Metro.
So
they move over, it's a wrap.
That's going to be everybody, though. It's going to be everybody.
Does that eliminate? See why? I know why you saying good, but if you want to elaborate in the chat, but shout out to CJ up in Pittsburgh, man.
I mean,
they move over. They won't win for some years.
They have to line it up with St. Thomas again. It'll renew that rivalry.
So
that's it. I thought they would have to play like the Miami school because 4S is the biggest one, right?
Yeah, they move
1, 2, 3, 4, right?
You know what?
they jump back in that fire. They you move them over. Yeah,
They jump in that Miami fire.
yeah.
They stay
Yeah,
full.
I'm curious on where would they put them? Would it be with St. Thomas or would it be with Columbus? Because Columbus been running through that too. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting. We should know sometime in the spring.
Okay.
Hopefully it's just a rumor, so we can keep dominating.
Yeah, see, we did have to play everybody. A little biased, still a little sauce about that some days, but you know. All right. Going back to 8 districts from what I'm hearing. Ooh, that 8-9 district thing, that was ugly. That experiment. But I guess that's the solution. So now you instead of doing the separate, because essentially that's what you did, right? You created more classes by doing the metro and the sub metro, whatever they call it. I mean, so it could, I mean, could be something to put them all back in there, making 8 classes, redoing the population is how they classify people. That probably, especially we getting all this influx of people, you got to figure something out, right?
Hmm.
So I don't know, bro. I know you just got off the road, so we just want to say shout out to the Dreadnoughts, man, for representing, especially the Coach Simmons, not Coach Simmons, Coach Frazier. Coach Frazier, man, great job, man. You handled it the right way. Never heard you get out of character. Never saw you post nothing. Never saw you uh, deal with all the naysayers. You just stayed the course, like you said, with you guys, and so we extremely proud of you here. We basketball, but you know we recognize real too. So shout out to Coach Frazier and his guys on winning last night. PG, I know you just got off the road, so anything in the take?
I have nothing.
Okay. All right, back to the top, swing around. Coach, anything in the corner?
Oh man, one thing we do on here is give our people their flowers, man. Corey Tooman and TBS, man. Shout out to you guys for going out to Texas and representing, man. Congratulations on another grand championship out there. Um, One thing I want to bring up today is how do you guys feel about kids playing multiple sports, and do you think multiple sports, help you, um, in the sport of basketball? Like for instance, like Lakeland is coming off another state championship win. Can that energy, can that winning attitude help, players transition from football and bring it over to basketball? And can they use that skill set?
I don't think nothing's wrong with multiple sports as long as you know what you're going to school for, and it's just something that occupies your time until like 7-on-7 start if it's football or spring or AAU basketball, to where you're not getting caught up missing out on the most important part of it. But I mean, this day and age, the business side of things have totally changed. Um, the way sports are in high school. But I mean, from our era, it was cool if you did more than one. So I don't see where it hurts.
I,
But as long as you dedicated and giving 100% to the one that most matters the most.
I
I think
seen something the other day that Travis Hunter was a really, really good basketball player in Louisiana, and they say he's still giving people buckets out there in Colorado when they play pickup ball. Like I said, I think the skill set helps you, but the PG made a great point of just knowing where your money is and make sure that you give that time, effort, and make sure that you're training for your number one sport.
Yep.
I think it's a lot harder to do 2 sports now than it used to be because football has become year round with 7-on-7. Basketball become year round with all the stuff, all the showcases and live periods and circuits and all that stuff. It used to be a time where when football was over with, it was over. And basketball, they never really overlapped during the season. You just knew a kid played football and a kid played basketball. He played multiple sports. But now that stuff overlapped. Like, so you get done with football in January is 7-on-7s when you go on these camps, these combines. And for some of these kids, if they deep in basketball by now, Because, for example, let's just take, here, not to, put them on the spot, but okay. They just came out football. They went in state. So it's officially basketball season now. And we know he got multiple kids that play football. Them combine things, that the shoe companies people do in January, February, that's when they start up. So now if I got an underclassman kid that's, that's trying to, like you say, go where's money at, that becomes a issue or a concern that didn't used to be there. So I don't really think it's, if you can manage the time commitment to both, I think it's a good thing to have multiple sports, and it just was easier then than it is now. So it's like you almost got to make a decision, and that becomes tough. Especially, and then if the coaches ain't getting along, the football and basketball coaches don't get along on campus, that's
that's probably the most important thing is the relationship they have.
Yeah, and like he coaches football, and I did the same thing when I was coaching, so that made things a whole lot easier. I didn't have any issues with my football coach, but you know what though, I found out you can never simulate enough or a lot of pressure situations. So if they get into those pressure situations, like in football, it helps prepare them in pressure situations in other sports. You know what I'm saying? And the best way you can do that is just conditioning the mind and the body. So continuously putting them in those type of situations so those kids, won't fold in those type of situations. So I think you really want your other sports to be successful, especially if you got kids coming from there, because it's gonna help you in the long run. It may be from a leadership role. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. So I always encourage kids to play multiple sports.
Yeah, I've always done it too. I just, like I said, I just know it's a lot more moving parts now with all this year-round stuff. And then, like you said, the main thing, like both of y'all said, is if the coaches don't get along, it's gonna be rough. Because now you gotta choose who you. Because the coaches gonna be like their stuff is first, and that's it. It's not gonna be any type of consideration for what else you got going on. So that could become, a challenge. So that's a good one, Coach. So I saw this quote this week, from Bill Walton. I mean, it wasn't a recent quote. I guess it's a quote he made back in the day. Oh, also, before we continue, we want to shout out Rochelle Middle School, who won the Battle of the County on the middle school basketball championship yesterday. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Coach Weeds and Coach Tripp and those guys for putting that on for the future for the future of the county. Say it's a pretty tough kid over at I don't know if y'all heard, Rochelle got one that might be the next one. Her supposed to be pretty tough. I hadn't heard nothing about it, but I saw a couple of people talk about it over the weekend. I don't know if y'all had a chance to see it or y'all heard anything different, but I wanted to shout out Rochelle for winning the middle school tournament. So Bill Wall said, "Good talent with bad attitude equals bad talent." So my question is, based off of that quote, can you coach a bad attitude out of a kid? I'm just, hey, we have to, we got to ask the question that ain't really popular sex. I said it's not I got told I said this last week, so this is not a sexy conversation, but I mean, I'm sure that it's happening at multiple places right now as we speak. So this would probably be something that folks wouldn't mind hearing the conversation about, but really can't talk about it.
I think it's all about coaching philosophy. Like me, if a kid like had an attitude, like had a chip on his shoulder, first thing is all about building relationships. Like for one, I got to build a relationship with that kid where he trusts me, and then that we have this mutual respect once we get into practice. My thing is, I just want to channel that energy, coach, into something positive. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to lose that edge. I want to kind of use that fire, use that edge, and channel it into something positive. You know what I'm
Try to
saying?
control it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that makes
that's what I'm
sense.
trying. I really don't want you to lose it, but at the same time, I'm gonna help coach you to make sure that you don't hurt the team by
Yeah,
doing something stupid.
and
You
you
know what
become a
I'm saying?
better individual. That's the true
Exactly.
goal. Don't hurt the team, and teach the life lessons to build off that
Exactly.
bad
You just learn.
attitude.
You just you try to teach them how to cope and maintain and how to react. To certain situations. How to
Yeah,
channel that energy into something else. You know what I'm saying? But because if you try to make them like a nice person and a nice guy, they may lose the edge that you need in order to get over that hump. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start talking about Polk County kids, especially, like we always talk about toughness and how hard they play and things of that
yeah.
nature. Usually, where they from, the culture that they come from, the city that they come from, plays a lot into that. You're not going to be able to change, who they are. But what you can do is give them the skills on how to cope with it and how to use that, for their advantage.
So you
Teach a
want
teach a
something?
bad attitude how to become productive and competitive. When you can teach a bad attitude how to become competitive, then you can build off of that because they're gonna have that dog in them.
Exactly.
They're not gonna want to lose. You just got to control it.
We want the bad attitude. We just want to channel the
We want to
attitude.
be able to teach the bad attitude. I don't know if
Yeah.
we want it. We want to be able to teach it. If you can't teach it, then you got to walk away from it.
Gotcha. Got to channel it. Okay. Good point, Coach. You laughed when I first said it, so we just it's a conversation we want to make sure we're having, man. So last week, man, in Polk County, I think that we found out on the flow, like we say, everything play itself out. That right now, things change, but right now, Winter Haven, Victory, and Santa Fe have seemingly separated themselves from the rest of the pack, if you want to say it that way. I mean, we may can say some. I mean, according to how you feel about JCP, but you probably can put them there too. But those threes, Winter Haven, Victory, Santa Fe, have separated themselves as the. And I don't want to. When I'm saying this about those three, this is not a knock on the other 20. This is not a knock on the other 27. But those three they've separated. They're like the head of the class. It's a I don't know. I'm trying to dress it so I don't get all this negativity. But I mean, what they say. It is what it is. I mean, and I'll be quiet. Let y'all talk. Those three top in the county. I don't think there's any question about that. Maybe I can pause there. Y'all feedback on that.
I don't have
Coach,
it. I agree.
I've been saying for the last couple weeks now about parity here in the county, man. We very top heavy. It's those three, then it's everybody else. We kind of don't, include JCP because they're not, competing for a state championship. So it's not a knock on them or that they're not part of this conversation. We're really just talking about the other teams. And first of all, nobody has beaten them from the state of Florida. The three teams that we're talking about. Nobody's beating them from the state of Florida. And Santa
And
Fe
they
actually,
blown out. They blown out everybody they played that's in Polk County.
and then like Santa Fe got some quality wins so far. You know what I'm saying? Against Slam, um,
Lake Island Prep Saturday.
Lake Highland Prep. They just got some quality wins. And you
They blew
can't
out
take that
They
away from
blew out Bartow and Davenport, right?
them. Yeah.
Yeah. They went in. Yeah, they went and gave it that. They went and gave it that. Was that an in-school game?
No, it ended up being like at 3 o'clock. The county made them push it back.
Okay. Yeah,
But I think Coach Antbo was trying to create some type of environment, which I don't blame him, but it's really top heavy. But my thing is, what's gonna separate them is their postseason success. You know what I'm saying? Winter Haven is the only one out of those teams that has been to the White House or been knocking at the door. You
And they
know what I'm
ain't got a
saying?
chance.
Of a championship. And yes, and we've said that clearly. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about Santa Fe and Victory, which we said are very, very good teams, but their postseason is gonna determine you know, how good
How's
they really
OCP doing?
are. I haven't seen anything on them. I can check though.
Yeah. And who's in Santa Fe's class? What class are they? 3A?
They 3, yes, sir.
That's a good class, ain't it?
Yeah, that's usually pretty um that's usually a good class, but I don't think it's no monster in 3A. Like we say, we feel like OCP is a monster. We feel like, multiple people are monsters in 7A, but I don't think there's no monster for the state level at the 3A level. I think they can play with people. I mean, because this Santa Fe team to me is different than some of the ones. He got a real good mix, and he got a real good mix, and he can spread. And they got, I mean, they ain't got like a lot of size, but they play. They spread the floor. They can shoot the ball. I mean, they got multiple guys that can score. The guys that have come in, the Prophet kid from Kathleen, and then the Antonio kid from Jenkins, they fit in pretty nicely with what they already got over there. And man, if I Tate right now got like video game numbers, I'm gonna read y'all his stats while Coach looking that up. And like we just said, now against good competition, not against Hillbilly Prep or Biscuit High. Give me a second. This guy yesterday against Lake Island Prep, he was like 8 from 11 from the field, 4-5 from 3. Bro, he 25 or 45 from the 3 for the year. I mean, they can shoot the ball, so they gonna have a chance. I mean, I see they in the chat. Coach Blicker say Windermere Prep, and Coach Jones said Miami Country Day. So
Man, Riviera Prep is loaded in 3A. I just looked up OCP, bro. OCP been dragging people, and they just came from out of state, and they won them 2 games too.
Oh, there you have it.
Well, Victory went out of state, and they dragging people.
I said, like I said, Coach, man, those 2 teams, their postseason success is going to determine, what type of season they have. No boy, crazy.
Oh man, so
all about that home game. I think if Victor get that home game, they might do something though.
Hey man, you gotta play. You still gotta line it up, man. You still gotta line it up.
Bro, Riviera Prep is loaded. I've been hearing about them all summer.
They in the same region as Santa Fe?
Yeah, I think they're definitely in the same class, but I'm pretty sure they may be in the same region.
Oh, there you have it.
And their 2 losses right now is to Columbus and Dynamic.
They're not the same region Blicker said.
Oh, well, that's good for them.
He only got Windermere Prep.
And they just beat Calvary Christian.
Westminster, River Prep, and Windermere Prep. Top 3 in 3A right now. I think, and I know y'all say I'm pro Polk County, and I am. But I just think the way they playing right now. I mean, I know you gotta, it's a long season, it's a long way off, but I think Bruffer to turn the camera off on me though. He waited up to finish. So anyway, them the three. It's early, but at the onset, all three of them people are playing very well. Like Santa Fe and Victor both went and got 2 good wins yesterday.
Were they in the same game as a tournament, like a showcase?
Like a showcase. Yeah, it was the same. What's name played at 3, and Victor played at 6.
Good deal.
So good deal. All right, so this week's top 10. Not gonna do all 25, you know. So we're gonna start at 10. Making their way back to the Juice, Tyrell. We gonna get coming. At 10, back in the top 10, we got Bartow. Bartow had a good week, picked up a couple wins, so they sitting at 10 at 3-3. Number 9, I'll probably be by myself after this one. First time in history. Number 9, I want to say shout out to the Mulberry Panthers checking in at number 9 this week. Number 8, Lakeland Christian. Number 7, McKeel. Number 6, Lakeland. Number 5, Discovery. Number 4, Jordan Christian Prep. Number 3, Santa Fe. Number 2, Victory. And number 1, once again, is Winter Haven.
Can't believe Bo Mulberry ranked in the top 10.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Clyde Banks, I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see the day. Mulberry in the top 10. Last week, Mulberry this week.
Oh, man.
But shout out to Coach in Mulberry, man. Shout out to him. I know he's been working hard.
Now, for you people that are questioning Mulberry, Mulberry did beat a couple of ranked teams. And, you know, when you beat ranked teams, man, you know, when you beat ranked people, man, you go up the ranking. Come on, man. Oh man. So that's where we at. That's the top 10. Okay, well, I will post the top 10. We'll post the top 10 and the other 11 through 25 tomorrow. Oh man. Woo, but they say you come in this world by yourself. You're liable to go out by yourself too. So moving right along, man. So this past week's honor roll. Hey, Frat, it ain't me. I just report the news, you know. Oh, now we gotta cut it to the top 5 now. We go in the top 5. Oh man, y'all tough. So these are the young men that made the honor roll this week for Polk Hoops. You know, it's a weekly kind of recognition of young men who performed at a high level on the court. You know, at least one game this week. So we try to spotlight as many different kids as possible that earn it. And last week we had a lot of kids had some good games. So we got 11. And we kind of, short that down, but we'll go through them now, and then we'll post them tomorrow as well. Jaquan Cross Jenkins had 19 points versus Kathleen. William Medina from Jordan Christian Prep, 17 points. I'm sorry, William Reyes from Jordan Christian Prep, 17 points, 6 rebounds versus Central Point. Sebastian Rosado, Frostproof, 41 points versus Tenor Rock. Tate Darner, Santa Fe, 34 points versus Slam Tampa. Devin Booker from Lake Region, 25 points versus Kathleen. Jeremy Russell from Excel, 24 points, 6 rebounds versus River Ridge. Jordan Lanier from Victory, 23 points yesterday versus Windermere. Terrell Berry, who was a freshman in Frostproof, 20 points, 5 steals, 3 assists versus ASA. Diamond Blasi from JCP, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 6 blocks versus St. John's Northwestern Academy out of Wisconsin. DeQualion Coffee from Excel, 13 points, 12 blocks versus River Ridge. And Jason Williams, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals versus Jenkins. That's our honor roll guys from last week. And we'll post that tomorrow. So
I like how you do that. Instead of picking a player of the week.
Yes, sir. Just kind of we try to make sure we highlight more kids as we can.
Yeah, good job on that, bro.
Appreciate you. Gino Ariema said effort and energy are 2 things that great players never have to be coached on. Is those the only, or do we think it's more to that, or is that too many? Appreciate you there, Brother Sears, Mr. Sears. Means a lot, sir, coming from you. We're just trying to be a little bit better each day, 1% better each day. Main 2, only 2, not enough. Effort and energy are 2 things that great players never have to be coached on.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think what brought to light in that Michael Jordan series with the Bulls and whatever is what he brought to practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, your best players got to be the best players in practice. In energy and effort, that's where it starts at. If I gotta motivate you to do that, bro, then you don't want it bad enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So can you be great with just one of those?
I don't agree with the one thing though, that your best player. Well, I can't say you're not saying the right way I'm saying it. Like the best player has to be the best player in practice.
No, I'm just saying they bring that energy and effort.
Yeah, so I think they need to. Yeah, I agree. I get what you're saying.
And it's a culture.
Yeah, because it'll bring out the best in everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I was thinking of it in like an opposite way, but it still came to the same thing you're saying.
Yes.
So, got a question for you all as coaches, educators, administrators, things of that nature. Final exams are coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle final exams? Giving kids enough time to study, prepare, still getting your practice time in. Is it less practice? Get your finals out? Nothing changes, same thing?
Yeah. Nothing really changes. We talking about high school. So a lot of people I don't see giving finals exams, especially not during that last week. Usually it happens this past week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a big project or something is due. But my thing is, as coaches, you need to be checking grades because the end of the semester is Friday. So if they're don't have everything turned in, then you know that you're going to lose them in January. And my thing is with high school, especially, you know, they got recovery packets in order for you to recover grades from the first 9 weeks. You know, as a coach, you need to be in tune on what your players, the grades that your players have, and give them every opportunity to get it done. Don't wait until the last minute. Don't find out at the last minute that you're not going to have a player.
So really just kind of staying the course. And at this point, do you really kind of know if you about to get a kid or lose a kid?
You should know.
Shouldn't be no. It really shouldn't be no surprises. It's just you just about to finish the deal, more or less. You really like, oh my God, where this came from? I had no idea. You really, like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't a thing. Like, you got some parents be, you don't hear from them the whole semester. Then 2 weeks, a week left in the semester. What we gonna do? What you mean? What we gonna do? Like, what we drink? We speaking French now. What we've been trying to do is get you on the phone and on email the whole semester. What we gonna do is have a little Johnny take this class again next semester because he ain't gonna pass. So,
but that's what I was saying, Coach. Especially like in public school, bro. Most of the teachers offer recovery packets, bro, so they can recover the first 9 weeks grades. You know, if they had a D or F, they could boost that particular grade. And then, you know, grades are a semester. They're combined at the semester, you know, to give you whatever your GPA is going to be. So they need to be on it, like, right now.
What do you say to that coach that say, and I'm not saying that there are coaches that's saying this right now. Yeah, Mike, you know, we speaking French now, you know. What how you say repeat in French? Repeat. Hey, but coach, what you say to the coach that say that ain't his job? That's the and I'm not saying no coaches currently feel this way, so full disclaimer. But I know there have been coaches in the past that felt like the grade stuff wasn't their job. That was like the AD job, and you know what they supposed to be doing. Why I'm here to like coach, you know, help them get better. That grades and all that stuff, that ain't my deal.
Coach, I don't know no great coach that wasn't involved in all aspects. You know what I'm saying? You got to be involved in all aspects. You can't teach men and women how to be responsible, productive adults if you're not holding them accountable on the court and or on the field or in the classroom. It all intertwines. Okay, that's not your job. Then whose job is it? It's your program. It's a reflection on you. You know that kid's not playing because they're not eligible. You know what I'm saying? That's things that you should know. And my thing is, if you know they're not going to be ineligible, then it's next man up. I'm trying to get that other kid ready. I'm not even letting you play. I don't get it, but that's part of their job, coach, period. You know what I'm saying? It's a reflection not only on the school, but on your program too.
Yeah,
I know you can't save everybody, but you know what I'm saying? You should give, you know, your best player your best effort, as well as that kid number 9, 10, 11 to 15 on your bench. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be involved.
That's I've heard that coach, and it I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, my kids can tell you when I was at Jenkins, man, they got a grade sheet, a handwritten grade sheet, but we started that grade sheet with the 5, me and McGrill, and I just took it to Jenkins. He took it to Bartow. My players know I walk up in class like, just our GP, where you sitting at? Like, is you? I was extremely intrusive. Now maybe for some of them I had to be, but if I wanted them to be playing, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
and it's my team and it's my program. So no, but I know there are some people that
Yeah.
have felt that way.
And we
Have,
talked about relationships with other coaches. It's really important that you have a relationship with your AD too, because they can easily just pull grades for your whole entire squad, and that's what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? And like now with Focus, man, it's easy to pull grades like every week. I don't even want my kids to go get their grades because we all know that grade that may come back to you may not be the exact grade that they have in that class. So it's just easy to pull it from the computer and just keep pulling it every week to make sure that they're on top of it.
make sure you see that, coach. So we'll lose that in the chat.
Got it.
Yes, sir. I mean, and then we wonder why we gain kids at the break, and more importantly, we lose kids at the break. And at some point, we gotta figure out a way to let our student athletes know without it seeming like we coming for them. You know that you're a student first. It say student athlete. It don't just say athlete. You got to be present for the process. We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you get there, but you gotta do your part too. And I don't know if we, as a just as a county, not are we doing a good enough job of making sure our kids get that before 11th grade? When 9th and 10th grade, you done shattered your transcript, and now you getting some interest. Went on the circuit, picked up offer some interest, and now you ready to go, do the college thing. But 9th to 10th grade, we could barely get you in class.
Mm-hmm.
So now your English 1 grade is horrible. You pre-algebra, algebra 1, it's like you got to go do all this repair. But if we can get them earlier than that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the right mix is, but I know you've seen it, coach, and I've seen it plenty of times too that they catch it too late, and you don't want something that's in your control to be the reason why you don't get to take the next step. Now, if somebody don't recruit you or you feel like you don't get the offer you want to get, you can't control that, but you can control what happened in that classroom, and so you don't want to mess up what you can control, which is how you go in there and perform in the people classes. And you try to have that conversation. Sometimes you think they're getting it. Sometimes you can't really tell. Sometimes they get it too late. I've had a few kids come back, and I'm sure you have too, coach. Like that's men now. Like, man, coach, I wish I would have listened to you. I wish I wouldn't have been tripping like that. And what can you say? I ain't me. I ain't never been no like I told you so type person. I said, look, man, I'm trying to help you to do what you want to do. So you hate to have them conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, like, man, you ain't got no business in Polk County. Your talent will be able to take you away, and you only need to come visit, not live. You know what I'm saying? They just when they get a lot of time, it's too late, and that'd be the unfortunate thing.
And coach, I get that all the time, especially with my kids. They always talking about how tough I was and whatever, but as adults, and now that they have families and whatever, they've been thanking me, for all the life lessons that I taught them. But let's just talk about it, coach. Like people been saying that this kid is underrated. This kid, they sleeping on this kid. Right now, you got to have a 2.3. You know what I'm saying, to qualify. So if the person, kid, or whoever don't have a 2.3 or above, and we upset that they're not getting D1 offers, that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? They can't even go. So why will the school be wasting their time trying to recruit a kid that has less than a 2.3? You know what I'm saying? And some of these institutions, we got to remember, these are academic institutions. Some of these require like a 2.7, 2.8 core GPA. You know what I'm saying? Do they have that to get it through the entry process, coach? Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? But yet, some people feel that their recruiting is not where it's supposed to be. But are you taking care of your part?
Are you taking care of your part? And we can put that on the shirt. Are you doing your part? We can coin that. That can be a Polk like staple. Do your part. But I mean, Coach, it's just like we see it all the time. It's like I just say all the time, don't let what you can control be the reason why you don't get the opportunity. Now, like I said, you can't control what going on in them people, in their offices and they big boards and they conference rooms. This coach like this kid in Florida, this coach like this kid in Maryland. You can't control that, but man, you can control them grades, man. So hopefully students are doing what they need to do or have done. So you saying, Coach, most of the finals was taken this week?
A lot of them are. It's probably a couple that's
up or last week just passed.
I know a lot of ours took tests last week. You know what I'm saying? This week there are a couple, huge projects, but it's according to the school. But if you have finals coming up, then you know what you need to do. You need to get them taken care of. I know Friday is early release for Polk County Schools, so I know nobody's taking a final on a Friday. So just make sure that you take care of business. In the semester ends Friday. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a wrap on Friday. And so we either losing or we gaining. Some teams are gonna get pretty. Who was it? That was Lake Wells last year, right? Lake Wells got a lot of kids back late.
And they lost one.
Grades that they lost, and they almost won the district.
Mm-hmm.
Once they got them kids back. So you can have a situation where you can get real good or you can get real bad, So hopefully y'all did the job, students, last week in the classroom, and this week you kind of on chill so you can get ready for the season. I mean, for the second half of the season. All right, so all right, so we got our games of the week. Last week, PG won the week. PG went 6-1. Coach went 5-2, and I went 4-3. I was BFI. I was sanitation. We got to get Juice, Coach. We got to get Juice on the show. Is Juice said we need to do a thing where people call in and call in and get some questions. He'll get us what the thing is when you're in syndication. What do you say? The SD. What the people that shut you down when you do too much?
I know who you talking about.
That's what we finna be. All right, so we starting off tomorrow night, and we're gonna have to just do the same thing. PG has some technical issues.
What's the overall? PG up like 1?
Overall, PG is at 11-2, and you and I both at 10-3.
All right.
We got a lot of games this week. Some separation might start to happen. So tomorrow night we have Santa Fe at Sarasota.
Santa Fe.
I like Santa Fe too. I like how they're playing right now. I like how Coach Blicker. For the record, because I know folks be saying that he ain't know how to defend himself. All right, Mike, I'm putting you onto the side too, since you in on this. Once I write it down, it's locked in. So Mike say Santa Fe. So the PG was, I was about to say it, Coach Blicker. People be giving PG a hard time about Santa Fe, but PG was the only one that picked Santa Fe to go over there and Tampa and knock them people off. Me and Coach picked Slam, and so Coach said, I called him. I said, Coach, you ain't make your picks. We got to make them before. We got to make we got to have them before to post them. He said, so I called the games out. He said, it's funny, Coach Blicker. That's exactly what he said. He said, I don't know what Slam got, so I'm picking Santa Fe. They got tape. He said, well, I don't know what the team got. I always go with us, but they got tape, so I like them. And that was his basis on picking it, Coach. So you made him look like a prophet, and me and Coach look like not prophets. All right. So, Juice, you get in on this too. So we'll take your picks and we'll take Mike picks, and we'll post y'all picks too. That'll be two fan picks, I guess. So, Mike, who you got? Santa Fe and Sarasota, Juice. That's how you get them, Coach Blicker. They watch you in the warm-ups, and then they go and make them side wages, and then you come out there, everybody shoot. The 1 through the 5 got shooting. They be like, oh man, at that point it's too late. We locked in, All right. So we got 4 good games on Tuesday.
All right.
We got a couple of top 10 matchups. And then we got a rivalry, a little crosstown rivalry. So anyway, we'll start with one of the top 10 matchups. And I don't know, I may lose you. But it's on the schedule. And they top 10, so we got to talk about it. We can't not talk about a top 10 matchup. So on Tuesday, we have the number 6 ranked McKeel traveling to the number 9 ranked Mulberry Panthers. Coach, that's the schedule, Coach. I ain't make the schedule, Coach. I ain't put it together. I just Coach.
You know what, Coach?
Matchup, man.
Bro, let me first say that I'm not doing that to like disrespect the program or anything. It's just, a lot of our inside conversations and jokes and stuff. It just sometimes spill out on live. But I like McKeel, Coach.
Yeah, I think I like McKeel too. I don't know, Mulberry with their brand new everything, brand new football field, brand new gym. But when they came through and said they were gonna remodel.
But Coach, man, Malcolm, he working hard over there, bro. They improving. I will say that they are improving. I think this is second year as head coach over there.
Sanders. Shout out to Coach Sanders, man.
He improving, man. I like the direction they're going.
Who you like? PG, you can give us yours in the chat. PG in the chat with us. So who you like, PG? Santa Fe at Sarasota tomorrow. Oh, he said give his picks later. Okay. Juice like McKeel. Mike, who you like?
Oh no.
Santa Fe. All right, I got you, PG. And McKeel, if you was on, you'd probably be off, but McKeel is at Mulberry Tuesday. That's a top 10 matchup now. So you gotta show a little respect. Okay, Mike like McKeel. All right, going to the next one. It's not a top 10 matchup, but this should be a good one, we thinking. Bartow travels down to Sebring. Bartow at Sebring. Hey, man, them people top 10. You got to pick somebody. One of the M's, PG. That's why I see the.
Oh, man. I'm going to take Bartow.
Bartow.
I can't remember the last time that Sebring actually beat them.
Mike likes Bartow. Coach Pruitt, of course, likes Bartow. Juice likes Bartow. I like Bartow. PG Bartow at Sebring. All right, everybody likes Bartow. All right, this one is more of a rivalry. Well, I don't know if it's a rivalry game or not, but I think it's a rivalry, maybe. But anywho, I don't know if I don't think it's a district game. I didn't check before I jumped on here or not. Then it was Tuesday night, Lakeland Christian at Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, bro.
Lakeland Christian, that is top game. Lakeland Christian number 9, so that's a top 10 team too. Lakeland Christian number 9. Lakeland Christian number 8, and Santa Fe 3.
Cool, that's a sausage game.
So Santa Fe gonna expose.
That's a sausage game.
But it's a top 10 games that we got to pick it. I like Santa Fe too. Santa Fe by 50. Oh, not this week, Coach? I thought it said the 12th. My bad. All right. Well, never mind. We ain't picking that one. Coach said I got this wrong date. All right. They're going to have to call Jesus. Which one? They both get with the Lord. All right. Well, I'll update it once we get off. My bad, y'all. So we taking Lakeland Christian at Santa Fe off. So they got to wait for that. That's Jimmy Dean. All right, and the last one for the night. Hopefully I got this one right. We got a top 5 matchup. We have, if this is right, Victory at Winter Haven. Checking to make sure I'm right, Coach. If I'm wrong, then I'll change it. Once you're wrong once, everything goes into question.
I have it on the 12th on Tuesday. That's what's on Max Scrubs.
That's what I got too. So I look. So 1 versus 2. Okay, I just want to make sure. Once you're wrong once, Coach Elbow, you got to question everything. Come into question. So. Winter, do we want to pause that one and do that one last after everybody else? Yeah, we'll come back to that. That's 1, 2, so we'll come back to that one, y'all. Thursday, hopefully it's right on the schedule. Santa Fe, another top 10 matchup. See, we this is made for TV. All these top 10 matchups this week. Santa Fe travels cross town, if it's right, to McKeel. St. Donna versus Alex.
But they gonna need security for that.
Hey, man, the game of the week. How
Sheriff
the
Judge.
Game of the day? Friday. Friday. The 15th is Friday. So I got the 15th, Coach. I just said Thursday, so it is Friday. So yeah, man.
Security, bro.
You came to the Crying Tower. You know why we saying what we saying, but so that is right. Santa Fe travels to McKeel. The headline is the headline Tate versus Alex, or is the headline Blicker versus Bud?
Coach, yes.
Oh, they got Hudson versus Axel. Oh, Hudson and Tate went to McKeel.
Ooh, I know Tate did.
I mean Hudson and Tate. Ooh, that's gonna be even more spice. It's a lot of headline, a lot of storylines in that one.
I still got Santa Fe though.
You got Santa Fe going in, and let me put you down. Santa Fe. Blick with the stick. Trying to say about you from Santa Fe. Got about 32. Mike in McKeel. Toby Tate Hudson, Antonio Malca. he got a love Coach Blicker. if you gonna say who win, but you say all of them who win. Don't leave nobody out. Let me give y'all accurate information so you ain't reporting bad facts. All right. Jews like Santa Fe. I like Santa Fe too. But man, so this will be bulletin board for McKeel. What's the name?
In this game Friday?
It's Friday. Them people be looking at Jeremy McKeel, man.
I'm admin at our game Friday, boy. If not, I might have to find somebody to switch with me.
Come pull a Houdini.
What?
Oh, okay. That's even more of a plot twist. Coach Blicker, kids, and his wife go to McKeel. Oh man, you can't make this up. This is juicy.
Mike, you better tell them leave that back door open just
Oh,
in case something transpires.
oh, oh, man. That's funny, man.
Private security,
Oh,
Coach Blicker.
Coach Blicker said, you going to say who all wouldn't McKill? Tell them all. PG, you still on, man? Who you like, Santa Fe or McKill? Oh, we have to get him later on that.
Yeah.
Everybody else like Santa Fe except Coach Cecil was on now, so Alex going to be in the driveway right now, getting that shot. Come on out here. Come on out here, man. They just said everybody say y'all losing Friday. I need 50 at you. If Tate can get 40, you got to get 50. Whew, that's going to be a good one now.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be a good one, man. Oh, man. So, Saturday, Tampa Jesuit comes to Bartow. It says Jesuit versus Bartow. I don't know if they at Bartow, but they play each other. So maybe it's a one-day tournament. I got it wrong. I'm sure that between you and Coach Pruitt, y'all to get me right. Oh man, that was funny. Whew. And just also for people that's on right now, we don't talk about every game. I mean, I guess we could talk about more, but we just try to pick some games of the week that we think are going to be, the most competitive, highest rated, whatever you want to call it. These are our games of the week. So this week we did 3, 6, 8, because I had it wrong with.
I'm taking Jesuit.
You like Jesuit?
Yeah.
Is that Bartow?
It says that on Max Props, but that's kind of unusual for McGriff to be playing.
All right, so BD likes Jesuit. Miss Shaw likes Bartow. Juice likes Bartow. Mike likes Jesuit. I think Jesuit is at home is pretty. I don't know if the Jesuit at home travels. So for that reason, and I could be wrong, I'm gonna go with Bartow. On a Saturday night, but we're probably gonna have a lot of hoopla going on. The big kid from Lake Wales is starting to play. There it is. Call us out, Coach Vince. Man, they calling us out tonight, Coach.
Man, it's all good. Whatever motivate them, Coach.
On the bulletin board, hey man, the whole crew and 2 guest hosts all pick Santa Fe over y'all. Hey
man, whatever motivates you.
Look at what Mike said. he follow your lead, but so I like Bartow, but yeah, I like the kid from Felix that was at Lake Wales that's done transferred to Bartow. He provides a different element, I think, for him. And I saw where Mr. Ryder was saying that okay, Coach Pruitt, well, nowadays Lake Wales, Bartow, Fort Meade, Lakeland Christian, the kids from everywhere, they play from everywhere. So I apologize. I associated Lake Wales because that's where he played at.
That's where he live at.
I mean, he live in Lake Wales?
Yeah.
So what we talking about? If he live in Lake Wales, Coach, you from Lake Wales? That's what I thought. But in any event, that's what I thought. But what do I know? So Discovery at Bayside at the T-Mac Saturday.
Discovery.
You trying to say, Cole, Cole, come on now. Let's keep it a book, man. If I'm speaking on it, I ain't really speaking on stuff I don't really have some type of information about it, some knowledge of. I ain't just out here just capping. But Coach like Discovery. I like Discovery too. I ain't know nothing about Bayside, so I'm going with Discovery. Coach Weeds in the building. Juice and Mike, what y'all like, Discovery or Mike? Oh, what night, Mr. Juice? Okay, we all like Discovery. I get PG picks another time. Sebring at versus Lakeland Region. Sebring versus Lake Region at the at at the T-Mac.
Gotta keep tradition alive. Keep picking against my fat brother. I'm going with Sebring.
Oh man, BD like Sebring. He was second time he ain't picked. Sebring versus Lake Region. Might like Sebring also. Juice, Sebring, or Lake Region at T-Mac. So it's a neutral site, so there ain't no home game, either one of them. I don't know if that factors into the decision. Sebring. All right. I'm gonna go. Sorry, Coach Shake. I'm gonna go with Sebring too. And a neutral site. Look at LA Region. I might go with them. No fun this site. All right, back to the game of the year so far. The two heavyweights in the county. Number one, Winter Haven will welcome in number two, Victory, on Tuesday night over in Winter Haven. Got a lot of star power in that one. We got FAU recruit, not commit. Sorry, commit. Signee. He ain't even commit, he signed now. The FAU signee, LJ Kaysen. And I saw yesterday where Joy Lanier came up real big for them against Windham. They had like 21 of his 23 in the second half and in overtime to help them with the win against a good Windham team. And, they got Andino, got the big kid. They got the phenom. So Victory probably got – and they're probably as deep as they've been in a little while. Pause, as the streets say. But we got Winter Haven who has, they got Isaac and JP who've been there, seem like forever, but they leaving out, Yale signee, Isaac Salazar, and Stetson signee, JP Phillips. Or Jamie Phillips Jr., make sure I say his full name right. But then Winter Haven got a couple kids. They got the Mayo kids still that a lot of people don't really.
Yeah, Tyrese is. I think he's the difference maker right now. He's playing at a high level.
And they got.
You know what I'm saying? Then Zay Mosley.
And
is been consistent. He's a double guy.
And the Boswell kid, he seemed like he
Coach Boswell, Eric Daly, and the Redding kid is real tough.
So it's more than just Isaac.
Yeah, it's more than Isaac.
It's more than the big three: Isaac, JP, and Zay. So
Coach the Redding kid is the real deal. Isaac Redding, Isaac the real deal, Coach.
Real deal, Holyfield.
I said they deep. I'm gonna take Winter Haven because it's at home. But I think it's gonna be a dogfight, like it has been in summer league and everything. It's gonna be a dogfight.
Mike, Juice got Winter Haven. Mike has Winter Haven in all caps. He's such a homer. Man, that's that one right there. With Winter Haven having some depth, that changed my thought when I first saw it. I thought Victory might could get it because I thought Victory had more depth than Winter Haven. But early on, Winter Haven is playing more people, getting more contributions than I thought they would get from people outside them three, which is going to bode very well for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, for that reason, and they're going to be home. For that reason, I like Winter Haven too, but I think it's going to be a real.
It's going to be a dogfight,
game though. What time is the game? Is it regular time? I don't know. Coach, will look it up. Coach Blicker. I hope game of that cat. Nothing against the other games that's going on Tuesday night, but I hope that the county comes and supports that level of a game because both of those people are like top 5 in the state in their class. So hopefully the county, we don't even say the city, the county will show up. I mean, you got those type of high level kids going at it, and because the thing is, our top kids said about they don't play each other like they used to.
Yeah.
So these type of matchups don't come along a lot. So hopefully, everybody got stuff to do. But if you can, hopefully you all get out.
Coach is listed at 7:30, so I'm thinking that they had JV and varsity 6 and 7:30.
I agree, Coach Amble, especially the Friday. You finna get out for Christmas break too. I think this would have been a great Friday game. But they playing.
I'm just glad they playing.
I'm glad they playing.
I'm just glad they playing.
But that should be a very electric atmosphere for the kids. For the fans. Hopefully the fans show up, pack out Winter Haven, and just. And you hate to say that, depends on who the refs are, Coach Harris, but it's a true statement. I know Coach got to kind of stay where his current pose, but you hope they assign refs that's gonna let the kids play, let the kids win the game, let men be men. Like we always say, if it's a big boy matchup, let the men decide it on the floor between the lines, and y'all stay out the way unless it's unless it's needed. Keep it consistent and let them just go at it and let the best man win. Smell Blicker got the best one-liners in the county, Coach. It ain't even a close second. He got the best. Yeah, Coach. I guess they had to have the ACC top officials for both. They couldn't have them on both nights, so they'll send the top crew to Winter Haven on Tuesday. For Winter Haven, victory with Winter Haven, and they'll send it to McKill for the other top 10 matchup. One of the other ones with McKill, Santa Fe and McKill. Both of them guys gonna be very entertaining. So, all right, so those are our picks. I'll get the rest of PG picks, and then we'll post it with Juice picks and Mike picks and see how everybody do. That's what we say, Coach. Just let the guys go be guys. These high level, they want to play against each other. They want to sell it on the floor. They want to, so let them do it. Get out the way and let the kids, let men be men and sell it on the floor the way it's supposed to be and stay out the way. That's me. That ain't Coach Washington because he's still affiliated. That's me saying whoever y'all assign LRBOA, sign some guys. Or women, want to make sure we're saying it right. Whoever you assign that's strong enough. Sometimes the strength of an official is just staying out the way, making sure that you're not a part of the narrative of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's what that game gets, because that's what that game deserves. That caliber of a game deserves our best. So hopefully we get it Tuesday and Friday at Santa Fe. And we're going to need our best at Santa Fe and McKill because that one, they're going to be beefy. So anyway, all right. That's all we got for tonight. Man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Coach, one thing you're trying to do this week to make yourself better than you was last week as we get ready to go into the Christmas break.
Man, Coach, I got awesome news from my doctor the other day. So, if I can't express enough to everybody out here, especially males, I know how stubborn we can be sometimes, just to make sure that you go get checked out and you stay on top of yourself health wise and just do what you can to try to stay here a long time. You know what I'm saying? Still prayers and for comfort and peace for the Arbordale family. That's still a shocker to me. And I know that they're still hurting right now. That's not going to be easy to get over. And still asking for prayers for me and my family. We're going through a tough time myself. But Coach, man, if I can't say it enough, man, just health wise, man. Go get yourself checked out. Stay on top of yourself.
Take care of your health. Take care of yourself. We need you here to do all the work that God got for you to do. And the echo coach statement we was gonna talk about at the end, Coach Pruitt, but continue prayers for Coach Robinson, the Cuff family, the Arvindale family, basketball student, however you were connected to Arvindale. Can't even imagine what y'all going through. So our thoughts and prayers continue to be with you all here at Polk Hoops. We're just praying for your strength and peace and just whatever it's going to take. Obviously, you'll never get over it, but to be able to kind of cope and live with it as you move forward. So it was a very nice ceremony from what I saw yesterday. So we just pray for y'all. Heart go out to you, devastated. But yeah, man, just be strong as you can as you work through it. All right, so y'all feeling strong in the classroom, student, athlete, student being the operative word, so you can continue to be an athlete on the other side of the holiday break, because your teammate needs you, your coaches need you, school needs you, and you need you. So yeah, Coach. But lastly, man, we praying for you too, man. We sometimes you got to be strong enough to admit you need some help or some prayer, some good energy coming your way. So
exactly.
Continue to pray for you too. So all right, we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all get out to them games this week, man. There's a lot of good games going on. Y'all support the kids. I know they appreciate it. And we're gonna continue to do what we can on our end to promote Polk County basketball till next week. Y'all be safe, finish strong, students. Yeah.